The impact of livestock methane emissions on climate change. Methane emissions from livestock are seen as a serious problem that drives climate change by the public and scientific communities. In scientific publications, it is explained that methane has a much stronger greenhouse effect than carbon dioxide. It is also known that methane lasts a shorter time in the atmosphere, making it an important target to focus on lowering the emissions of. This is not explained in depth in the public perception, but it is known as having a negative effect and is seen as an important thing to focus on lowering. From the public perspective, this importance is due to the lack of regulations and measurement of emissions from livestock operations. Differences in popular versus scientific perspectives. In the public perception, there is little to no differentiation between the different livestock operations, while scientific information shows that large-scale dairy and meat farming operations that crowd more livestock in a smaller area are the major culprits of methane emissions. The scientific information also points to operations that allow waste to reach nearby waters as more harmful than those to prevent this. The solution presented to lower methane emissions differ between popular and peer-reviewed sources. In popular press sources, the main solutions that are published could be immediately applied to current generations of livestock, while the one presented in scientific articles focus more on altering future generations of livestock to not produce as much methane. Popular press perspective. One of the most popular proposed solutions from the public perception is altering the diet of livestock to food that does not produce as much methane when it is broken down by the bacteria in the livestock's digestive system. Another popular solution is using the waste products produced by livestock as fertilizer to maintain as much methane as possible in the system. This prevents more methane from escaping the manure, and it means that less fertilizer needs to be made, which is a process that releases methane. The final popular solution is the closest to the ideas presented in the scientific articles. The idea that livestock can be vaccinated and the antibodies produced will cause methane-producing bacteria in the livestock digestive system to be targeted and killed. This would lower the emissions produced at the expense of being less efficient at converting the energy due to their diet, energy in their diet due to products they utilize. Peer-reviewed articles. Most of the solutions presented in scientific articles are slightly different ways of achieving the similar results. These methods differ in invasiveness, with the more invasive methods being less accepted by the public and the least invasive methods involving selective breeding of livestock that naturally produce less methane. This would slowly result in future generations of livestock that emit less methane, but it is something that is proven and could be implemented relatively easily. The semi-invasive methods involving inoculating livestock with this exact bacteria that you want to be present in their gut microbiomes. This bacteria would maximize their feed conversion ratio while minimizing the amount of methane-producing bacteria present. This idea is also proven to be possible and has been performed in the animal models, but the perpetuation of the bacteria to the next generation is not as well studied. The most invasive methods involve gene editing of the livestock themselves to produce livestock that would produce less methane due to the targeting and elimination of genes linked to livestock that produce more methane. This is the least feasible method, with genetically modified animals rarely being approved to be sold to the public and usually taking large amounts of time and money to develop successful lines of animals with the chosen characteristics. This is also the method with the most resistance from the public, with many people refusing to buy genetically modified animals, even if their government approves them and the states that they are safe for human consumption. Lastly, this is the division of our tasks in the group assignment and what we all did for the contributions. And then these are our sources.